Welcome to Discover Indie Film. I'm Jeff Howard, and I gotta warn everybody, this is gonna be quite the podcast, and I will just give a full disclosure, I'm a bit starstruck today, because my guest today is Angelo Moore. Hey, Angelo.
Oh, man, what's up, Jeff?
I'm good. I'm glad for. So the first thing I'm going to say is I want to thank Allison Croft.
That's right, Allison Croft hooked it up.
Allison Croft, who sat in the chair you're sitting in back a couple months ago, and she recorded episode number 670 to talk about. She's a really talented actor and filmmaker.
Episode 670 of
my podcast.
Of your show. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So she's been on it numerous times.
She was on it. No, she was on it once, but I'm just saying she was on number 670 for people to look her up if they want to pay her respect. She talked about, I don't know if you've gotten to see her short films, Jesus Loves Me and Tweens, but she had those films in the film festival last year. And then she came and sat in that chair where you're at. And I don't know how, but she mentioned Fishbone at some point. I don't even know if it was while we were recording or when we were chatting when we weren't recording.
Right.
And she probably saw my face, and I probably said something along the lines of, Fishbone's one of the best bands in history. I've loved Fishbone. Well, I'm 58, and I've loved Fishbone since I was like 16 or something. So, like, the majority of my life I've been a fan. And she looked at me and she went, I'm friends with Angelo Moore. He should be on your podcast. He'd love it. And I already started sweating. I was like, are you for real? I'm like, this is the podcast. I normally talk to filmmakers, right, from the festival. She's like, Angelo would love it. So she gave you my number and you called me and we played a little, and now here you are.
Yeah.
So honestly.
And I feel like I'd have met you somewhere back in the day. Somewhere.
Okay, you want to know the truth?
I don't know where, because it's
I
bet at this point. But
I don't know how many times in your life you were at a party here in Los Angeles, and I'm talking like 25, 30 years ago, but we were probably both in our 30s, and we were at the same party up in like the Laurel Canyon area, and my first wife, who is a good friend, but I'm no longer married to, but I was there with her because she was like the queen of party crashing. And she snuck us into this whatever highbrow party up in the Laurelwood area, Studio City. And there you were. And I was like starstruck. She goes, you got to tell him you're a fan. And I think we passed each other once, and I said, I want you to know I'm a huge fan. I think you're so talented. And you said thank you and moved on. So you did see me once.
I did, yeah.
A long time ago.
Okay.
But I'm also kind of a generic dude. I'm that guy. I'm generic. Like I'm a bit of a mutt and I'm a mix. And when I travel, people come up to me, whatever, like if it's anywhere near the Mediterranean, people just walk up to me and start speaking the language. So I look like a lot of people.
You look like the guy that's the guy that is in your neighborhood, in your village or town.
Maybe, yeah, something like that.
Hey man, that's good.
It sometimes makes me feel like the dumb American because I'll be in Italy and someone will come up to me.
But at least you won't be on the spot all the time.
That's right. Even in Morocco. The fun story is I was in Morocco once and a guy was like touching his face and pointing at my face and going, where are you from? Where are you from? Because I looked like him.
Oh, Morocco.
Yeah.
I got roots in Morocco.
You do?
Blackfoot, Cherokee Indian, and Moroccan, and a pinch of Irish.
All right.
That's what I got going on.
Well, heck. We shouldn't be talking about me anyway. We should be. So you're talking about your history there, your family history.
Yeah.
I want to know about your creative history because, I guess I'll tell everybody because there might be people listening who might as well have me explain it. But, I mean, you're the one of the key members and lead performer of Fishbone, which one of the great bands. And I think I impressed you when we were on the phone because I saw some of your side projects back in the day, traveling dingleberries and whatnot. Just fun
dingleberries.
stuff.
Oh, I remember you mentioned that. Damn!
That was so much
Traveling
fun.
Dingleberries was at King's on the corner of La Brea and 6th.
And one of those shows.
Then it turned into a transvestite bar.
Oh.
Then it turned into a carpet place where you can buy carpet. But before that, it was King's, and that's where the music scene, man. It was a music scene coming out of that motherfucker like crazy, man. Jumpin' Joey Altruda, was always playing there. And that's where I used to just, man, that was like some of the highlights in my life, man. Going to King Kings and catching all that live music and just being in it in my formative years.
Right, like a creative scene, yeah.
Yep. And I'm glad I was able to catch that music, man, because there wasn't many spots in LA where you can catch yourself some ska. Some real good ska.
That's true. The LA music scene was always like hard to crack, but once you did, you could find a really good niche in it.
Find some good niche and a good culture, man. It's like good, rich culture, but you really got to go searching, man, because Los Angeles has a lot of just, oh God, I don't know, man. It doesn't really, a lot of the club scene really don't move me. It never really has, because I never really was moved too much by pop culture, but the underground culture and underground subculture of music is what I was always attracted to. But I just remember I couldn't just easily go out and just go there like it was McDonald's, man. It was like a gourmet meal kind of thing, equivalent to a gourmet meal. You got to go find the special acquired taste.
Right, and it was always a challenge for, I mean, I had the same challenge, like as a music fan, because who didn't like normal shit? Like you said, yeah, pop culture was always boring.
Yeah.
You know, when
and
people
easy to find.
And when people celebrate the 80s, I'm, you know, like I'm that jerk. Like a friend actually, I shouldn't say this. I hear I'm saying this to have to be recorded. Like someone actually said to me, I got tickets to like one of those mega bands. I won't name the band because everyone.
Mega band?
He had like.
You mean like a big band, you mean?
He bought like, I don't know. Yeah, he had like front row seats for the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
And I said to him, don't take me, because he like offered to treat me. And I was like, honestly, it's not for me. Like I will bring you down.
But were y'all having like,
right?
Did he have nosebleed seats or something for y'all?
No, they were like up front.
Oh no!
But he was like, it's not a bucket list thing, and I'm like, I got to be honest, like they got some good songs, but it's not for me. It's just not. I will sit there like once I was at well, you know the band Cracker.
Kinda.
Yeah? I was like Kinda. I liked them back in the day, and I went to a Cracker show like at some small club, and the friend I was with wasn't into it at all, and it affected my experience, you know?
Oh, because he wasn't into it.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like into it, like next to someone who's not. So I'm like, you don't want to be sitting next to me watching the Rolling Stones when I'm just sitting there going, yeah, these guys let's just repeat a riff for 7 minutes.
Or you just got to ignore their ass and have a good time.
Yeah. See, I'm not good at that.
I'm fucking good at that.
Oh, good for you.
I gotta be good at that, man, because I'm a music snob.
Mm-hmm.
And I like my shit special. And there's a lot of regular plain Jane and Donnie Dip motherfuckers out there in our cities and societies, and they run a lot of shit and they own a lot of shit, and I'm not really moved by it, but it's the majority, right? And because I'm picky, I gotta find a place where I can actually have an authentically good time. And if you have somebody there with you that is so affected by it that they can't use their imagination enough to just fall into the gap, you gotta be like, okay, too bad you're missing out. I love you, brother. I love you, sister. Whatever. I see you at the end of the show, standing right next to him.
Agreed.
And that's how you gotta do it.
That's true.
You know? I mean, look, think about this, man. A band they start out small, okay, all right? They got all the respect on the street. They got street credit. They got underground credit because they starting out, they in the trenches. They eating dirt, everything else, okay. Then eventually, let's just say they get their chance to step up and upgrade their career and play bigger venues. Next thing you know, they're in theaters. Next thing you know, they're in the arenas, right? But the people, their fans, they only want them to stay at the eating dirt level. Or they only want them to stay at a certain level until they think they're getting to a level where they've sold out, or I can't relate to them no more because they're too rich now. They're too rich. They got their house. Their house is too big. They got a big pool in the back. They got a nice car. They all on TM. What is it? TM red carpet. TM. Well, maybe not TMZ is the right one, but they got all of that.
Right, but they're like that was our little band. We want them to stay.
And we want them to stay
ours.
little, right? They want them to stay little. They want them to stay struggling, right? Struggling artists. And I tell you, I don't like being a struggling artist, and I've been a struggling artist for a long time, and kind of still am, right? So, don't no artist want to be struggling goddamn artists, man. Who wants to be out there hitting yourself in the damn toe with a fucking hammer just so you can get the right tone of ouch, motherfucker? Fuck that. You want to be able to uplift your shit like everybody else, right? And you don't want to be condemned for wanting to grow.
I'm not trying to virtue signal, but I swear to God, like when I'm a fan of an artist, it just upsets me when they're not huge. I was actually,
People say that about Fishbone all the time,
right? Of course they do.
You guys, Fishbone, you should have been the greatest thing that ever happened in music. Chili Peppers and No Doubt. And Jane's Addiction, well, those guys, bleep blop and bleep blop blop, and you guys should have been a contender.
Yeah, exactly. Which should have, and you're like, why are you telling me should have?
Why are you telling me?
I was there.
Yeah, goddamn it, I was there.
Shoot, I saw you at Lollapalooza. You were the best band there that year. I don't know, I just look at society and I go, I just regret that society doesn't embrace creativity. You know what I mean?
Rather than styrofoam.
Exactly.
They like the styrofoam curlies rather than actual dirty roots or the roots, the stuff that, the roots spread wider than the top of the tree.
Yeah.
They just underground. You can't see it. They're a little dirty, but they spread wider and they're a little more sturdy.
Absolutely.
Dirty and sturdy.
All right. Well, I'm going to shift gears selfishly. I'm going to shift gears to your youth.
Downshift.
Because I have a feeling you and I could talk about pop culture and society all damn day. So,
yeah.
And this is opportunity, for you to really share like where you come from and creatively and because, I know you've been involved in music pretty much your entire life.
Right. So I started out in Woodland Hills, 1974. Before that, my family lived in inner city LA. They were working with the LA Unified School District teachers in the inner city school system, right? And so they wanted to upgrade, buy a house. They wanted to move away from the robbery and the crime, so they moved out to Woodland Hills in 1974.
Right. So now I'll share with everybody. There's two Valley boys. I grew up in North Hollywood.
Oh shit. Okay. Right. Yeah. I lived there at one point too.
Yeah, but I was there. I was there. Oh yeah. I was there. My parents moved there in '69, and I was born in '68. So. Oh no. Yeah. So I when I was 1 year old, I moved into North Hollywood and I've been in the San Fernando Valley ever
65,
since,
67.
except for breaks. I left, but something always brings me back.
I got 3 years on you.
You got 3 years on me.
Yeah,
see, we're the same generation.
Yeah, that's right. What they call it, Racer X.
We're Gen X.
We're Racer X, man.
Racer.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So, all right. So Woodland Hills, you get out there. And were you already playing an instrument
with
though?
Flies and the Buttermilk, right? So we the first black family amongst all of the white community in the Valley. Okay. And in junior high school, we went to Hale Junior High. I learned how to play saxophone at Hale Junior High.
Really? So was at school you picked it up?
Yeah, because my dad played saxophone. He played saxophone with Count Basie for a while, off and on.
Amazing. How amazing that back then schools had music programs. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they had music programs back then because wasn't nobody tripping. Now you got the asshole in the White House. He's up there tripping and doing all kind of stupid shit on a constant basis, and letting the important things get wiped out, like the music programs and art programs and stuff like that, which helps our youth have options. Rather than just a knife or a gun, they got an instrument or a pen, But if you don't know about that instrument or that musical instrument or that pen or the arts, and times are hard, and the only thing you have to go to the only thing you have to go to release your angst or your frustration is a firearm instead of a musical instrument. Then you're gonna have a lot of murders and killings and shit like that because the kids don't know any better because they have taken away the access to music, magic, and art.
Yeah. They pretend
in the schools,
right? And they pretend that it wasn't enhancing the kids' intelligence and their ability to relate to the world. I know it's a bummer, but
hey man, I always think Flea. He's got his musical conservatory, right?
He does, yeah. So he cares about the next generation.
And he gives a shit, right? Yeah, and he just put this video out, man, where he's doing this interpretive dance kind of thing. You know what? And it reminds me, for some crazy reason, it reminds me of Alvin Ailey.
Really?
Alvin Ailey, they was on some like defying gravity shit, right?
Oh my God, I got to see that live once.
But Flea's, his dance moves, they're the attitude of that. They're the attitude of Alvin Ailey, right? And so it's like a performance art piece, kind of jazzy, and then he's doing some spoken word on his take of what's going on now. It's really good, man. And it reminds me of his roots. Part of the Chili Peppers' roots was a lot of eclectic music and funk and jazz and stuff like that. I mean, they don't do it now.
Yeah.
But I remember back then, before everybody was signed, like I was mentioning earlier, No Doubt, Chili Peppers, Jane's Addiction, before everybody got signed, I was able to see the formation of the true roots of everybody before anybody got distracted, including Fishbone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you pick up a saxophone as a kid in school.
Saxophone, pick up saxophone as a kid.
But you were also inspired by your dad.
Yeah, my dad was like, he was like, fuck that synthesizer that you want to play here, man. You got to blow this saxophone. I was like, okay, so I fucking blew the saxophone, and then shortly after, in junior high, that's when the inner city busing program came into the picture. And they were shipping they bus all the kids from inner city LA out to the valley and vice versa, just to integrate, man, because at one point when I was going to school, I was like one of 3 or 4 kids, black kids or kids of color in the whole white school. Thus I came up with the term flying the buttermilk.
Right.
And after a while, it started to get more integrated.
And the busing changed that, right?
The busing changed that, right? And so that's where I met the guys in Fishbone. And then I would catch the bus, the 420 RTD, Rapid Transit District, from Valley Circle Boulevard over there where that mall is, and the Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall. I used to go to that Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall right there too, because I grew up Jehovah's Witness. Catch that bus, 2.5 hours, and end up over there in Hollywood, and then down to La Cienega and Cadillac, La Cienega and Venice. And that's where I would go almost daily to rehearse with the guys in Fishbone at Norwood and Fish's mama's house, her apartment. And that's where we would start our jam session. We play our favorite songs, man. Rick James, Funkadelic, Sly Stone, Led Zeppelin. And all that shit. And that's where we started our music. And then we would just venture out into the music scene of Los Angeles. There would be Uncle Jam's Army. Uncle Jam's Army was the all black funk culture, pop lock, breakdance kind of thing, R&B and funk. And then in Hollywood, that's where all the punk rock would be. And I would experience all of that subculture on my way back out to the valley on the bus, because we would have to transfer at Hollywood and Highland on that bus to go up over the hill. That's also where our studio used to be. So they got that big hotel over there now on Hollywood and Highland.
Yeah.
The
huge,
big hotel,
huge.
and it's a gas station right next to it.
Yeah.
Now, next to that gas station in front of that hotel is a bunch of bushes. Now, before them bushes was there, was the first Art Deco post office in Hollywood. And that's what we used as our studio. That's this guy named Phil Harmonic from the Boss Skank reggae group. You remember Boss Skank? Remember the On Club?
No, I wasn't hip to it.
Oh, you went into the On Club was in Silver Lake.
Oh,
Anyway, that's where all the ska and the reggae shit were going to. It was like another what is it? Fairfax and what street? Fairfax and 6. What was it? Not the On Club, but King. It was another King.
Gotcha.
It was called the On Club in Silver Lake, and that was the big art community. Yeah, and so we'd go there and we'd watch. Man, I'm starting to go down the rabbit hole. Let me see.
But that's good. But also, how cool that as a young person, like the LA. Look, as a third generation Angelino, I love hearing that like LA fostered creativity and that there was a scene for you to discover. Because honestly, I was a kid in North Hollywood. I didn't know about any of this. I kind of didn't discover stuff till my 20s, I guess, till college. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even see. Although I do have one humble brag, which is that in '84 I got to see Frank Zappa live.
Oh shit!
Because I was a Zappa head in high
Zappa,
school.
Man.
So his last show ever in LA, when he brought his son out for the encore to like trade solos, he and Dweezil traded solos during Whipping Post. They did a cover of Whipping Post. Can you believe that? But but so it's funny. Like the only reason the first concert I ever went to was Frank Zappa is because my parents said no till I was 16, and at 16 I got to go. Like. So I missed out on a lot, I think.
You were just out of there at 16. So we got to play with Dweezil Zappa.
Oh, nice.
We played with Dweezil Zappa, and he opened up the set, and he had this 20-minute medley of all the songs. I'm talking about a whole 20 minutes of just like, what, motherfucker? You got to be kidding me. Or am I exaggerating by saying 20 minutes? Hell, I don't know, but it seemed like.
Might have been longer, because it's a pretty big library.
Yeah.
And I know what he's done. Like, he decided, he went from being an Eddie Van Halen imitator to he's like, I'm going to learn everything my father played. I'm just going to master his music. And he's kind of become like the conservator of that whole, that whole scene. Of, one of the great composers. The funny thing is I'm one of those, it's kind of funny. Like I love the Zappa instrumental stuff.
Yeah.
Like the jazzy, creative instrumental stuff. Like, slays me. And then a lot of the songs are like kind of dumb and don't hold up well. I mean, Don't Eat the Yellow Snow is fun, but I don't need to listen to that.
What I was just thinking of was Don't Hit Me With That Cosmic Debris.
Oh yeah. I think Cosmic Debris, about the
don't you hit me with that cosmic debris, however it goes.
Is that a real poncho? Yeah. Well, see, there you go. Well, all right. So wait, I threw in a tangent. So you're good old. I know what RTD means. Isn't it sad that they changed
RTD,
it?
Rough, terrible, and dirty rapid transit district, right? And it turned into
I remember.
Metro.
I used to have to take it, but so.
But after Halo Junior High, we moved to El Camino, and then only Dirty Walt was in El Camino. Everybody else went to Hamilton and Dorsey High School back in L.A.
It's funny. My wife went to Hamilton. She's a little younger, and so you guys, it only lasted for. So then you had to just keep meeting up after school.
Keep meeting up, yeah. So we met up in junior high school, and then we stayed together from there on out.
And
until the changes happened.
And you were literally like gigging in high school, right?
Actually, shortly after, because we had a gig at Madam Wong's East in Chinatown. And I remember having to leave my prom just to go play.
Really? You had to duck out of prom?
I had to duck out of prom.
For your first... and I mean, Matt, people should... I hope the young generation has heard of Madam Wong's.
Madam Wong's East, man.
They had East and West,
What is it on,
right?
Broadway? Is that the name of that street? Broadway.
I think so.
I feel like it's Broadway.
I think the one over on the west side lasted longer, I think, right?
Yeah, the one in Westwood.
Yeah.
I remember we
Madam Wong's West.
We would play Madam Wong's West and East with the Bus Boys.
Right. Oh, man. They had their moment when that movie 48 Hours came out.
Right? They had a song in there. The boys are back in town. Right?
That was a big hit. That was a big hit at the time. But so I love that story that you ducked out of your prom for music. Like that shows priorities.
Yep. And then when I went to Pierce College, I only went for about a month or two. And then my band got a call to go on the road. And I was like, well, here I go. I guess this is going to be my college. And it turned out being my college, all right.
For sure. So the band, I assume it was on the road, like as a opening act for somebody, or?
So one of the first tours was like Chili Peppers and Thelonious Monster.
Oh, I remember Thelonious Monster.
Thelonious Monster, Bob Forrest. Bob Forrest, he's got that rehab show, the drug rehab show now. But that's that was the first actual tour, package tour.
Right.
Yeah, it was good times.
And you were, you guys had already written a bunch of music, so you were performing your own stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just curious, like when, because you said like you started off, like everybody does, right? Every band in the world started off just playing their favorite stuff together. And then like, was it like, what kind of transition was it to like start writing original material? Because one of the reasons, and I forgot to, I hope I called you a creative genius when I introduced you, but like, you know, I got.
But we wrote originals.
You wrote amazing music, both lyrically but more.
I think the only cover songs that we did was "Fred Is Dead," right? "Fred Is Dead" by Curtis Mayfield. And what was another cover that we did? I feel like we did one more. Hell, I can't even remember.
Maybe, but yeah, all original from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So you were already performing your original stuff on that tour.
We were already doing originals, man. Probably like before the first record.
And was it just like, were the crowds getting it?
Well, yeah, it was fun.
That's amazing.
You know, most of all, we got it.
That would have been the stuff on the first EP then?
That was some of the first stuff on the first EP, yeah.
Yeah.
Party Ground Zero, Skanking to the Beat, all that. Boys to the Land, The Freeze Dry, Godzilla Fires, what else? Just like a lot of stuff, man.
A lot of stuff. Oh, Lion Ass Bitch.
And Lion Ass Bitch was on there.
But, all right, so you're touring, and then you realized, hey, this is the career. Like, this is
yeah,
not just college, like
there was
a life in it.
Yeah, there was one point where I was like, well, looks like music is going to be I guess this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life is music.
Because it's funny, I remember seeing interviews, like I've watched a lot of, I also grew up a Beatles fan. You know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the Beatles.
And like, I remember like them in interviews in like, you know, after the first album saying, well, you know, we know this only lasts for like a year or two, so we're trying to plan what we'll do when this ends. And like, they were literally like, you know, I Want to Hold Your Hand had come out, and they were like, Ringo was going, I might like open up a chain of beauty salons or something. Like I thought that would be nice. Like they were already thinking of what they would do when the Beatles ended.
Do when the Beatles ended. Ain't that crazy? Oh, damn. They're looking for life after death already.
Because they just assumed
wasn't even dead.
Right? Everybody else had like one hit and went away back then.
Right, but they kept on having them.
Because they got creative and they wrote their own, they just wrote great stuff.
Yeah, they wrote great stuff.
Yeah.
I was listening to the Beatles for a really long time, man.
Yeah. I have a friend who was a professional musician who said he learned more from listening to the Beatles than from any music teacher.
Yeah. Strawberry Fields is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Strawberry Fields and Helter Skelter.
So you get into this performing and recording world, right? And I'm probably writing all the time. As a pretty, I mean, yeah, you were young. You were like, yeah, you were supposed to be in school, and instead you were like living that life.
Yeah, out there on the road, out there road dogging it.
Yeah, right.
Out there road dogging it, man.
Getting used to living. It's like a crazy version of like
the vans, all the vans. Man, I got a poem about that shit, man. I got a poem about traveling, the band traveling in a van, breaking down the equipment, packing it up, rolling the distance, getting out, setting it up, becoming superheroes, and breaking it down and going back home or going to the next one.
Yeah.
I got it out on a single, actually. Hell, I should tell you the poem. Should I tell it to you? It's kind of lengthy, though. I don't know.
It's up to you. Or
ask me the next one, man, because I can get caught up.
Yeah. We'll keep going.
Get caught up.
So I guess so now, I don't know how, we don't have to so like there, you hit a point where you guys weren't, right? You were like doing your own tour, like headlining and or just playing by yourselves. It's funny. I saw Fishbone so many times, and I don't ever remember an opening band. But there had to be opening bands.
Well, yeah.
I saw you at the Palladium. I saw you here. I saw, heck, I told you on the phone. I saw you at the football stadium at UC Santa Barbara for a show.
What was the name of that? Okay, it's UC Santa Barbara. Okay. What's the name of that fucking band? That's a hip-hop band. Far Side.
Oh,
We were
Far
supposed to
Side's
play
from
with
them?
Far Side.
Really?
And I think it was at UC Santa Barbara. This is like a long time ago, like back, like 90s or something like that, early 90s. I remember Far Side. But who knows, man?
Who knows? And I can't remember. But still, you reached a point where you're like running your own tours and things, and
yeah, we had a booking agent, thank God.
Booking agent and recording new music, and
I had a booking agent, and we had music out and published, and we had music material to play to support us out there while we spreading the music,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it must have felt amazing.
It sure the hell did. Getting to play your music and make a living at it.
It is. Exactly. That's, and longevity too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God bless, man. God bless. We are still able to have some relevancy and some understanding from the music listening community.
Yeah.
We just played at the Terragram Ballroom, man. We had a whole tour this past month, the month of April. And up to like the whole month of April, up until the 8th or 9th of May. And the show out here was the Terragram Ballroom, man. But for the most part, the majority of the houses were sold out this last tour. So I was really, and we played the In Your Face album play tour. So we redid that. And then that was the first set, right? And then the second set of the night was songs from our latest release, the Stockholm Syndrome, and just other songs from the catalog. Yeah.
Yeah. See, it shows you're respected, but also you've got a following. Heck, yeah.
God, man.
I'm just grateful that there's people out there who respect quality.
You still like quality,
which
is human music.
And originality.
I always end up saying this at the end of every show. I remind people that this is not artificial intelligence. This is real people making real music from an organic human source. And I know people love AI. I like AI. I like AI and what it can give, man. But I also know that it has the potential to move humans either out of the way or not disappear, because the robots need us to program them, but they can definitely take away a lot away from the authentic human being. You know,
especially with creatives.
with creatives, right? And man,
It's funny, yeah, because I don't. There's a difference between. It's funny because we have this term AI now that covers so much, and it's like, if it's helping you do research on something, well, that's not hurting anybody because people were using Google and Wikipedia anyway. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, look, the film festival, people submit. Sometimes we get like little short films where it was all made with AI, and like there's just nothing to it. Because you need it, not just a human manipulating it, but you need an original idea, and the whole function of AI is to take previous ideas and just repeat it. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you on that real human beings are where it's at. Heck,
So I have to remind that everybody, and I also have to remind everybody that Spotify and Napster, they don't pay the artists hardly anything for the rotation of their music.
No, in fact, it
It's a damn
destroyed
shame.
music.
It's, ugly and destroyed, man. The guys in fucking Napster and Amazon, all those people, where the fuck are they now? You can't even find them, right? So they give all the music for free, give it out for free and shit, and then the artists don't hardly make nothing. So I always tell people to make sure that they buy the physical music at the merch table, because you're actually supporting your artist. Because there's a culture of where the artist is getting ripped off. Rip off the artist culture. So it's like a natural thing, because people don't even think about it. They just turn their Spotify on and listen to their favorite songs.
And some artists, right? I recall somebody like shared that like their song was listened to like 10 million times on Spotify, and they made like 16 cents or something. Maybe my numbers are off. Maybe it was 1 million times with 16 cents. But it's like, yeah, listening to music on Spotify is close to stealing it. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I grew up buying LPs,
Right.
And
45s.
And then bought most of it on CD after that, Mm-hmm. But yeah, you really, what you're talking about worries me as a music fan.
Oh yeah.
Because like I always say, like my stepdaughter's a freshman in college now, and I'm like, tell me what's awesome. I want to hear like new music, and like, heck, there's got to be college bands whose music I would love, and I don't know how their music would get to me, and I don't know how their music would get out to the world in a way that helped them,
Mm-hmm.
Because if people are if they throw it on YouTube, that's it.
That's it, and that's as far as it goes. But it's, experiencing music instead of the abbreviated version. A lot of the younger generations don't know what it's like to experience it, man. I got this song out by this band called The Big Old Nasty Get Down. And it's called When the Juice Ran Out. And it's about what would happen if somebody accidentally unplugged the internet and couldn't nobody get a hold of their music or Spotify, the internet. Motherfuckers be running around crazy with their head falling off, rolling down the street. They chasing their heads that roll down the street because they can't get connected because the Wi-Fi is disconnected. That's a good one. When the juice ran out, that's what it's called.
Nice.
By The Big Old Nasty Get Down.
It's funny, at the next film festival, I shouldn't say it, but there's actually a film. Someone submitted a short film. Some young dudes in Idaho made a short film. It starts like at night, and there's like a comet going over, so there's comet parties, and the comet knocks out the internet. And it's what happens the next day. And it's hilarious. They do a really fun job of like people are in like the city square selling cardboard cutouts of memes. They're like, "Do you miss memes? Here's a meme. You could buy a meme for $2."
They painting the meme on the
They're
cardboard.
painting it on cardboard just because they're like, we miss Instagram or whatever. So it was like,
so they miss all the memes and everything, huh?
it was just, it was creative. It was, you know, but yeah, unplugging.
Think about those people that don't know how to use a payphone. They don't even know what it's like to use a payphone. There is such a thing as that.
Yeah, I know. I gotta admit, I'm a little guilty of it. I'll text instead of speak now.
Hey man, sometimes I don't want to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
That's how come I text. I don't feel like having to use the energy. But sometimes it's like I like using FaceTime. If I'm gonna talk to somebody on the phone, I pick the first option of FaceTime because I want them to be there.
Right, and you see the reaction.
You want the person to be right there, right? But they're not. So, okay, well, you just got FaceTime.
That's true.
I remember them doing it on Star Trek. Remember that they had got the little phones you flip up, and then there's the person on the other side of the spaceship.
I grew up on Star Trek.
Yeah,
on the original, and then like junior high or whatever, they came out with the Next Generation, and it was even in some ways a little better. But yeah, it was cool. Heck, I'm told that most of the like a lot of the technology that Apple Computer and people made, they were Star Trek fans, or like. They created the iPhone because they wanted something like they had on Star Trek.
Wow, man.
And heck, well, the funny thing is if I said the SIRI word like 3 devices in this room would wake up.
Come on, huh?
Yeah, I know. It's really inconvenient. But like, I think that they created that because on Star Trek, they used to just say, hey, computer, right?
Oh, my God. Trip on this shit. Okay, so... probably like 4, maybe 5, maybe sometime last week. The lady and I we were like talking about some ads to put her book together. She has a new book, by the way, called Joylistics, and I did an audio book on it. So we were talking about doing some ads for her book called Joylistics. She didn't want to do it. She wanted to talk about some problems that we got, whatever. So I'm like, come on, let's do this ad. It's getting late. She wanted to talk about. After a while, man, I'm starting to get up at a fever pitch. It's getting late. We gotta do the ad. You promised me we do this. It's for your book. Come on, goddamn it! All of a sudden, man, Alexa. I got Alexa. All of a sudden, Alexa said, "Angelo, it seems like you're frustrated with something about your partner Michelle Harper. It seems like you're frustrated with something of your work. What's the matter?" And I'm like, man, I turned to the side like I didn't even have to say his name. Whoa. It just chimed in.
Wow.
That means it is listening to you the whole time.
All the time.
Now, I mean, look, I've kind of surrendered to.
Yeah, me too.
We are being listened to and we being watched all the time any goddamn way, right? There's cameras everywhere. I wrote a song about it on my Project Infidelica record called the Constitution of the Deprivation of Independence, where we are deprived of our independence because there are cameras and mics everywhere.
Yeah, I admit it all the time. Like people say to me, I just go, we let go of our privacy a long time ago.
A long time ago, man. So I'm like, I'm a lot of times I'm just unapologetic with my shit because it's like, fuck it, man. You know, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong by expressing myself in the way that I've been or the way that I choose to. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I ain't hurting nobody. Ain't trying to stop nobody from doing or saying nothing they don't want to do. So I just say it like it is.
For sure. But I also will note that besides respecting your own freedom, you don't want to restrict anybody else. You just said it. You're like, I don't prevent anyone else from expressing themselves, and I expect the same in return, right?
That's right. You expect the same return.
Yeah. Well,
that's an idealistic.
It is.
It's pretty idealistic, isn't it?
It shouldn't be, right? It should be the basic.
Yeah, it should be the basic. Everybody say what they want to say. You say fuck you to one motherfucker. They say fuck you back. You go on your way. You say I love you to one person. You say I love you. You come together. It should be all out there and all free for everybody to say. But no. You got, okay, hold up, man. Whose talk show just got canceled?
Colbert, Stephen Colbert.
What's up with that? What I just heard from that, like from the peripheral. What the hell?
Well, that was that the company that bought CBS Paramount is owned by that Larry Ellison guy, Sycamore Labs or whatever. But he's a billionaire, and his son, who's our age, you know, when your dad's a multi-billionaire, I guess like you just need something to do and you want to be around Hollywood. So he started buying Hollywood studios and stuff. But when they bought CBS, they kind of promised Trump they'd fire him. Basically, is the rumor. They're claiming it's because the show didn't make money, so cut the show's budget. It was so they kind of like, so they kind of gave him the axe.
He'll find another network to go on.
Oh, are you kidding? The funny thing is he could do his own thing now and do Patreon or whatever and do a podcast. Like he could do his own. Like we're fans of that stand-up comedian Daniel Tosh. And he had a show called Tosh.0 on Comedy Central for years. And now he has his own podcast. And now him and 3 friends can do something that millions of people watch every week. And he gets all the money. He doesn't have to share it. Right. Except with his friends. That's good. Right, with his friends. Whereas, who knows I know Colbert was getting paid very well by CBS. But now he could probably make just as much without a big corporation taking a big chunk. Man, we are in the age of entrepreneurialism. We have to be entrepreneurs, man, because the administration that's running shit, they don't care about middle class. They don't care about the middle class. No, so very much.
We have to make our own way, man. Every time I see a Mexican food truck on the street, and the little, like ever since the pandemic, where you see the sidewalk cafe culture that's now here. That is a whole wave of entrepreneurialism. That's like. And the Latinos with the Mexican food trucks and all that, that's like the whole culture of entrepreneurialism right there, to where they don't have to answer to nobody.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the nobody that's there, the nobody who is somebody, don't care about street level culture or any of that. So you got to do it on your own. That's the way I've been doing it for a while, man. You got to end up doing it on your own, or else you just won't do shit. Because you don't want to spend time. You don't want to waste your time trying to get whatever record company or corporate entity or wherever it is trying to understand you. And
right, because that's part of it. Because that corporate structure, if they don't get it,
then they're not going to put it on.
Which is funny. I guess I'm going to mention Zappa again, because I remember seeing an interview with Zappa where he said, believe it or not, the music business was better when it was being run by cigar-chomping assholes who didn't get music. They said, whatever the kids are doing, just put it out. Right. Just trust it. Yeah. Just trust it. They would smoke their cigars and say, I don't get this Beatles shit. I don't get this Zeppelin shit.
Yeah,
but
whatever
put
the
it
kids
out.
are doing, just put it out.
Yeah, he's like, those guys were better for music because now they hire like some allegedly hip young person
who's
to be an A&R person. Shit. And all of a sudden they are like, oh, well, if I don't get it, then other people won't.
Yeah, but the cigar chompers, they're like, fucking kids, get out of here. Just let them play what they fucking want to play.
Yeah, put it out, and if no one buys it, they're done, right? But at least give it a shot, right? Like give it a shot, and I don't know how.
And then you think to yourself, what are these non-musical people doing any fucking way, running the music? It's some mafia shit, though. They don't give a fuck about what the artist is really doing. They just want to make the money. They're just looking at numbers.
Yeah.
Something, man. It's something. What do you fucking do? Well, you definitely don't give up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You just got to keep playing your music for the fun and the joy of it. That's what frees people, man. the fun and the joy that the musician or the artist has. Manifesting their dream. It lets other people know that they can manifest their dreams too, just by looking at someone else as an example, and usually that somebody else is the artist.
Absolutely. Wow, so we jumped away a long time. But which is all good.
Is that what we did? We jumped.
We
jumped from one rabbit hole to the gopher hole and back to the rabbit hole again.
But there's nothing. But that's how human beings communicate, right? We go on tangents. We explore ideas.
I know we just did some. What is it, Doctor Strange? Remember that movie, Doctor Strange Love, Doctor Strange?
Oh, Doctor Strange,
where he's getting all bounced around in the fucking cosmos and he gets slapped around. I was like, yeah, that's what we just did, right?
Pretty much. Fair enough. But so, what's, I don't even know what to ask you now. Look at me.
What?
No, I mean, I don't know. Like, we were talking about. Yeah, you want to just talk about what you're doing now?
I got a book. I got a couple of books. Man, I got literature, motherfucker. I got literature. Okay, so
there's new music, there's books, there's films.
Books, there's films. Okay, so one of my books is my social studies book called The Olegna Phenomenon. And it's all of my adventures in life, the music business, my travels with the band, matters of the heart, shit like that. And it has a high art content in it. And I have an audio book that goes with it, so I'm narrating everything. So I'm narrating all of the stories. And I'm doing all the characters. And I put a soundscape underneath it too, from like all of my CD called the AngeloShow. I took a lot of the stems out of the AngeloShow, and I'll make a soundscape underneath it, so you can be more than just a narrator, but a journey. You got the whole jungle. I got the whole jungle of the cityscape going on behind me, right? So I got that. Then there's my other book called Ska Do, Ska Don't, and I did that in Japan, and I made it come alive here in the States with a book, so I made a book to go with it. And I put that on the thumb drive too. You put it in the thumb drive and you can listen to all the music and read the lyrics and stuff like that. 3 big band Japanese 1940s, 50s Japanese big band covers. The Crazy Cats and Tony Tanny and Isui Inuo. Yep, and then there's the Reggae Ska, Jamaican Goods chapter, Bob Marley, Prince Buster, Alton Ellis, Toots and the Maytals. And I did a lot of work with Christine Forbes from the Scotch Bonnets, Lady Hatchet. And then there's an original chapter, right? Then I got a comic book called Jaja on the Telephone that comes with a CD soundtrack. You can sing with it, and then has an instrumental so you can do karaoke with it. Then I got another comic book called Nate Procrasto, the Procrastinator. It's about procrastinating. That's kind of rated R, rated X, but sometimes we all get attacked by the demon of procrastination.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
By the way, I can pick up, like, you just, by mentioning comic books, like, have you always had an interest in comics? Because as I recall album artwork that was definitely referencing comics.
Which album?
Was it Chim Chim's Badass Revenge?
Oh, yeah, Overton Lloyd. Overton Lloyd did that. Overton Lloyd is the artist for Funkadelic. He would do all the Funkadelic art, Aqua Boogie and all that stuff. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love those records.
Yeah, man. We got to tour with Funkadelic, George Clinton and all them. We were able to tour with them, man, which is that was like a childhood dream come true.
I would think so. I mean, look, I'm obviously biased, but I always kind of saw you as carrying the torch that Funkadelic, carried. Because Parliament and Funkadelic, like, I shouldn't say it, but like, there's some very successful artists who just took a Parliament album and just did karaoke over it.
And just dig it out.
And made a ton of money, and they didn't even change one note.
This is why it got to a point in Fishbone, me personally, I tried to stay away from making songs that sounded Funkadelic-esque and Bootsy-esque on purpose. I tried to not make it sound like that because Funkadelic and Bootsy and James Brown and all that stuff, it's already in me anyway, right? Everything, it's all in my my genetics. It's a part of my genetic makeup, right? So anything that I make, any song or music that I make, it's gonna have some remnants in that anyway, right? And it's easy for me to bite that stuff. It's easy for me to bite it and copy it directly because it's just a part of me.
Exactly.
So if I try to intentionally not write like that, my music is gonna come out sounding a little more original. Because I'm not letting myself fall into the natural vein of that whole culture, which is just mainly a part of my music shit. I had a group called Dr.Maddvibe and the Missing Links, and that's when I learned how to play double tier organ. So I was playing double tier organ, saxophone, theremin, and I had Princess Frank on the drums, Ben Kashaba on guitar, Hasma Angelino on bass. Danny Kleinkoff on trumpet, and Professor Scott Bone on trombone, and Sonia Harley on vocals. And we were able to come out with a double album and art installation. This was around the time when Fishbone was starting to turn into Fishbone Penitentiary, and I wasn't getting none of my songs done by the band. And
right.
So,
the reference Fishbone Penitentiary when like things were not good in the band.
Yeah, things wasn't.
Being part of the band,
Yeah.
it was part of you starting as a kid felt like jail.
Well, it ended up feeling like that after
Yeah.
a while. It's funny, man. When a marriage starts to go bad, but you got kids.
Yeah.
So you can't just abandon your kids, and the kids are the music. So while that was metaphorically happening, I ended up forming another band called Dr.Maddvibe and the Missing Links, and so all of my songs that I had for Fishbone, or at least the majority of them, they ended up going to the Missing Links, and then we would perform them. Right, and then there was another group called A Brand New Step, which is my more contemporary pop group. We got a shit ton of videos on YouTube and everything. Yeah. We got videos. We got a couple of our latest album is called Perceptions. It's out there right now.
Is there like a central hub where let me put it this way. I'm a fan, like I can't keep track of everything I want to follow.
Well,
like
if you put in Angelo Moore,
just Google
that stuff will start popping up.
do a search of your name and every side project pops up.
Yep, and I did a project with George Lynch from Doc and Ponzo Tomaselli from War, and Christopher Moore played drums for Sammy Hagar, and we did a project called Project Infidelica, and that was out. That was one of the good ones. Not too much support from the record company, but it was really good, man. It was a good underground phenomenon.
See, that's there's so much for me to discover still.
And are you hip to Fishbone Stockholm Syndrome? Are you hip to that release? So you got that. Okay, that's good.
And yes, as a fan, like I do believe, like you got to purchase it.
You got to buy it, man.
You got to buy it.
People will buy wax from me at the merch table. They'll buy some vinyl. And sometimes I'll hear someone of them say, I'm going to take this home and I'm going to put it right on my mantle. When I get home, I'm going to put it right up on my mantle, man. I'm going to frame it right above the fireplace. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they don't even have they don't have a turntable.
They ain't got a fucking turntable, motherfucker. Get a turntable. Take the record out, okay? Play it. Don't just put the record up on the mantle above the fireplace and go to Spotify and go, well, could you play this for me? I'm like, motherfucker, you got the record right there. So now, because the greedy motherfuckers in Spotify and and Napster, and I'm guessing Amazon too, and they fucking support ICE. Ain't that a bitch? These, you can get this music free, and so vinyl is not a necessity to listen to music anymore. It's nostalgia now. That's why people are like, oh yeah, sure, I can fucking put it on my cook eggs on there and everything and put it up in a frame and worship it, but I ain't got to listen to it.
Yeah, I admit.
Like, no, that is not the way to do it, man.
When I was, I don't know why I'm sharing it, but I'm sharing it with you that, excuse me, when I got divorced, I knew I was going to be moving around a bit for a while. So I sold all the vinyl except Beatles and Zappa and Stevie Wonder. I saved those. I couldn't sell the and King Crimson. I was a King. I'm also a King. Crimson, okay. I'm a huge King Crimson guy, so I saved those. And I'd actually never owned Fishbone on vinyl. I had always been CD.
On VC, yeah.
Yeah, because I had a CD player by the time you guys came out. Like, I was buying CDs.
I sold out too for a minute. I remember switching over from vinyl to from cassette tape.
Yeah, I was always LPs, and then you make cassettes for the car.
You make cassettes for the car.
And, you could get an LP on each side of that 90-minute cassette. And, but yeah, I let go of almost all the vinyl except some, and it's just in a box in the garage. And
right.
Yeah, I know. And I think, oh, how cool. Like, I had about a $600 album collection. Like, if I had like you'd be like, this guy likes music. If you came into the house and saw a shelf of six,
right.
I did. It was pretty eclectic too, but I let it go because I knew I was going to like be moving around a lot.
Ain't that crazy, man?
And it's tough to move it with you. And I don't even have a turntable now. It's funny. Every once in a while I think maybe I should get a turntable that like plugs into USB or whatever.
Yeah. You can put it through the speakers at least.
Because I got to admit, I even miss those cracks and pops.
I know, right? And now, those snap, crackle, and pops, even on the video, when you're looking at, like, remember you put your video, you put your VHS in. Right, and you see the screen kind of like jumping up or doing the skip.
Yeah,
flip or
those
whatever.
bars, the sound bars jumping.
That is an app or an effect now.
That's a plug-in. Yeah, you could you can go into Final Cut Pro and say, make it look like VHS.
Yeah, so they have patented the mistake.
Because people miss it. Yeah, because we
miss it. Right. Is that what it is? Because we miss it? Is that why?
I guess. I mean, there was a really rare album that I had to like totally engineer because this was like, I think this was the 90s or whatever. So I like had a turntable and I ran it, I plugged it into the receiver and then to a video camera that could bridge to the computer. And then I could take rare albums that like weren't available on CD.
Right.
And like get it onto the computer so that I wouldn't lose it.
Right, so you wouldn't lose it, right.
And then, so like I have these like rare songs that way, rare albums that way. And so when I listen to that on my computer, I hear the pops and stuff. And
right.
I'm like, it sounds good.
And like, that's the real, man.
It's warmth, right?
It's warm, man. It is warm. The mix is warm. Them snap, crackle, and pops and scratches and shit on there. That's like, that shows vintage, man.
It is.
That's vintage. That's the mark of vintage right there.
And I don't try to get. I admit, I try to like. I got some friends who are like all about nostalgia, and I'm like, look, there's lots of great new stuff too. Like we got to embrace the new also.
Hey man, I'm trying. It's hard. I find myself not interested in a lot of new shit. I mean, I like Anderson .Paak. Why is that the only name I can think of right now? I know it's a lot more people.
What's embarrassing for a guy like me is like, to me, a new band I like, it's because they're new to me, and then I find out they're not new at all.
I know, they've been there, right?
Actually, like 15 years ago, I discovered LCD Sound System. My wife played them for me. I'm like, wow, this band's great. And then I find out, I just missed out. That's all. Like, like something I like is like still 20 years old.
Right.
I gotta,
Right.
I can't figure out how to,
How to jump out of the purist zone, huh?
and there's some power, I don't think it's just nostalgia, maybe, but like when we think of our favorite movies and our favorite music, it's often what you listened to when you were a teenager. I think everyone locks into what they love then.
Like the Jungle Book.
Yeah, the original?
The original Jungle Book, man. I like the original Jungle Book, Mowgli, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Yeah, I remember all that kind of stuff. I used to listen to it when I was a kid, man. I'd sit right in front of the stereo, right in front of the Magnavox stereo with the little red light and listen to all of that. Yeah. The
Actually,
Aristocrats.
and that was, as I recall, the soundtrack to Jungle Book was something else. Like,
Lots of Louis Prima.
yeah, I was gonna say it got Louis Prima was so good.
Louis Prima, man.
But yeah, they brought in jazz and things.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so all that's going on, and it's funny. I know. So things are good with the band now, yeah?
Oh, dude, man.
You guys just have the tour.
Fishbone is blessed to have a whole nother lineup. Spacey T was in the Special Forces lineup of Fishbone. Seems like for about 5 years. Chris is an original member. He quit for 20 and came back. And the other guys, Hassan Hurd from Oakland, he's the drummer. And JS and James are from the Bronx and Harlem. And those are the guys who are in Fishbone now. And I'm glad that, man, I think to myself, wow, it's a God thing, man. That there were some guys to fit the shoes or to fit the mold to carry the message of Fishbone on further.
Yeah.
We done probably been through like maybe 4 changes, man, 4 or 5 changes.
Like major changes.
Yeah, like personnel changes, man. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, it happens, right? Because that's with longevity.
Yep. Happens with longevity. And perseverance. And believing in what you do. Believing in the music that you're playing and the words you're singing. And if you feel about it strong enough and you put it out there strong and long enough, your momentum will carry you over to the next horizon, which is the next lineup.
And, hey, the people are there for you. Because I happen to have... remember when we were talking about privacy? Was that before we started recording, or what? I don't even see. I can't even remember.
Maybe we were talking about a while.
Yeah, giving up privacy.
Yeah.
Like I gave up my privacy to that Band is in Town app, and I just let them. I forget if I had to buy a concert ticket through them. I forget what it was, but I let them just look at my whole music library.
Right.
And now, when one of those lesser known, when bands are coming to town, I actually get to find out. So I actually found out about your new album that way.
Oh, and bands
with
in town?
with Kickstarter. I got a thing saying, "Here's the Kickstarter," like a message from it's probably you, like saying we're trying to come out with a new record, and like I just want to say thank you to all the fans who supported it, because when you look at Kickstarter, it went way over the goal. That's a blessing. Isn't that amazing? I thought that was beautiful.
Right there. That's why I say powered by the people, man. I'm glad that the people are believing in us, and we're going to deliver some good shit. We're in the midst of putting music together now. We just got to get everybody else all out in one spot, because the band is no longer an LA-based band.
Right, everybody's
drummers in Oakland, guitar player, me and the keyboard player are here in LA, and then the bass player and the trumpet player are in New York.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I remember when it was easy to just casually get in the car and drive to rehearsal.
Yeah.
Now we got to book plane flights and fucking hotel rooms and all that other kind of shit to make it happen.
It is. That's yeah, because life, everyone moves around now. I get it. It's more challenging. Because, well, you know, whenever you're the leader or something, it's like herding cats, right? It's like
Herding cats, yeah.
I always, you know, running a film festival is like herding cats. You know, it's like trying to get all these things to work together for the same, you know,
Yeah, for the same
4-day period.
Goal, right, yeah, right.
You're like, doesn't happen on its own.
If you believe in it enough, you will find the drive from somewhere to make that dream come true. You know?
Yeah. Well, so now you're working on the material, I guess.
And now we're working on the material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you mainly writing, or is everyone contributing?
Chris is writing some. Spacey T has some tunes that he wrote, some music he put together. And so does the bass player and the trumpet player.
Yeah, because it's always been a creative collective.
Yeah. So they got some tunes they put in the pot. You know, we just have to, some of the stuff we just have to put vocals on, and we have to rebuild it from demo to song. But the main skeleton of a lot of the stuff is there for what we're doing. So now we got the skeleton, now we just got to put the guts on there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the people supported it, which is great.
That's what I'm glad about, man. Just goes to show you don't need no record company.
Yeah, you actually...
The people are your record company.
Yeah.
That right there is an ideal... That's like an ideal scenario that you want, man. Because the people buy your records. Record company don't buy your records.
Yeah, it's true.
They give you money.
Temporarily.
Put the records out for you, and then you got to pay all that shit back.
Yeah.
And if they forget about you and they find some other pretty young thing coming through the door, they'll focus on them instead and leave your shit up on the shelf. Then you don't have no control of your music because they got your control of your music with the contract that you signed.
Yeah.
For perpetuity.
And they start demanding to be paid back.
Yeah, they start demanding to be paid back, but they don't want to help. They don't want to give you the help to get you out there so you can make the money back for them. You know, so then next thing you know, you got a record company who's got your music and they don't want to give you your shit back. Thank God our manager, Pablo Matheson, went and got Fishbone their masters back. So now we can keep the whole thing.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know about that.
X got their masters back too.
Really? So bands are being able, they're getting them back.
That's right, but the record company's gonna do everything they can to keep you from buying your own shit back, man.
But you got it back, which means, so like you can even, so it's yours now. So when you were playing and selling, like you said that the last shows you were doing In Your Face and then newer stuff. But that means you can do a reprint of In Your Face, and that's 100%
In Your
yours.
Face, that's 100% ours. So we re-released it, and we did a thing called Cover Your Face. So it was a double album set. There's In Your Face, the original album, right? And now we own the whole thing. And then in the same package, it was something called, we had an album called Cover Your Face, where we had these different artists cover the songs of In Your Face. Like they did like a...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they did. I remember there was like a Clash album where a bunch of people, or there was a Clash tribute where a bunch of bands did Clash songs.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what this is for Fishbone.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's excellent news.
Yeah, it is. You know, and
Yeah.
I'm glad, you know, because sometimes, man, you just think you ain't gonna get your shit back, and then you gotta do it over again. Or you gotta get the will to do it over again.
Heck, no person less than right. That's what the Taylor Swift person did.
What?
She re-recorded her first couple albums because they wouldn't give her the masters or something.
Yeah, and if you want your music that bad,
She could afford to re-record it.
Yeah, you re-record it. You know, man, I remember I got my computer stolen in New York. One time I was out there doing the most interesting show in the world. Remember that thing called the most interesting show, most interesting man in the world? Remember that?
Yeah, those commercials.
Yeah, there was a commercial with the guy going, I drink whatever kind of beer.
Yeah, was it? I don't drink beer off. Was it Dos Equis?
Dos Equis guy. Well, there was a whole festival shaped around that. Yep, called the most interesting show in the world. And I was like the MC on that. Actually, I had a band behind me, and the dancers, they were doing their thing behind me too. Most interesting show in the world, man. And oh God, I forgot where the fuck I was going with that.
Well, I was talking about how Taylor Swift re-recorded her stuff.
Right. Okay. And so when I was out there doing that, somebody stole my computer.
Right.
With my whole album on there, my whole solo album, man. And I was like, okay. I could either just give up and say fuck it, or I could just record the whole thing over because I believed in the music so much that I felt like I just need to put this out because the world needs to hear this. Man, I ended up recording everything all over again, man.
Right, because you had no choice.
I had no choice. I just had to do it. You can't let all them good thoughts just go blowing away in the wind.
Perseverance.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. You mentioned some movies that you loved. A funny thing, I'm going to ask you. So normally we finish up this podcast by people naming 3 favorite movies. Although this hasn't been too movie focused at all, which it didn't need to be. But
I'm going to plug my movie.
Yes.
So there's the Positivity Hour, Optimistic Yes. That's on my YouTube channel.
Which I could tell everybody right now. I could have said in the beginning, maybe I did, but yeah, in the show notes of this podcast, there'll be clickable links that'll go straight to it.
Go straight to that.
Straight to that, as well as straight to your YouTube, which is
right,
Dr.Maddvibe Official.
Yeah, Dr.Maddvibe
which
Official.
is
Fishbone
Angelo
Soldier
Moore,
#1.
Fishbone Soldier, #1 official.
Right. There it is.
See, I tried to prepare for you. I copied this stuff in front of me so that I can give it
Thank
to
you, man.
my
God
wonderful,
damn,
wonderful podcast producer, Karina. I give her these links, and she puts them in the show notes so people listening to this can just tap right on it and go right to it.
And check it out. Well, those are all my videos are on a YouTube channel, and the Positivity Hour is one of them. And then I did this movie called Rufus, and the film directed is by Mars Roberts, this Canadian guy. And so he put Rufus together. Rufus is an acronym for really unusual fucked up shit. And there's another movie called In Betweening by Mel House about this interracial screenwriter, a script writer. And he's shopping his script around Hollywood. And every time he goes somewhere, they're like, well, you're not black enough. You should be a little more black, or you should be more white, or whatever. But then I'm his spirit guide that comes into the room, and only he can see me. And I'm telling, and he can see me at his board meetings that he's at when he goes to these producers where he's shopping his script. And so I'm pretty much telling him, man, fuck these guys. You need to believe in your own shit. Don't try to change your shit up for nobody, because you're going to be sorry. You're going to be regretting this shit in the end. Do your own shit. You don't need their fucking money. It may be a little hard, but at least you'll have your integrity.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in a way, all right, I'm forgetting my Freud shit, but that's like the superego, right? Like the it is the base desires, and the superego is like your mind. Like that's the voice in his head telling him to believe in himself.
Desires, and and your say it again. Your it is your base desires.
I think your it is your base desires, and I forget.
But it sounded pretty right.
It sounded good at the time. But yeah, because we all have that voice in our head that's like, should I believe in myself or should I listen to other people? And
there is always other people in your ear talking about, I just think you should. Then when you do that, I just think you should, if it works, well, it's always good when it works. But if it don't work, they ain't nowhere to be found. They didn't skeet it off into the shadows or the sunset somewhere. And you just left there with your pants down around your ankles and your thumb in your mouth in the middle of the crosswalk. That's how you end up, metaphorically.
Yeah, hopefully it's metaphorically. For sure. Well, and this is stuff you've learned over decades, right? I mean,
I've learned over decades. You've
been at it long enough.
It's funny. I wish I would have thought about it when I was going to college, but I had to leave and go on tour. You know, when you when you're starting out doing music, man, there's a whole nother business side to it that they really don't remind you that you should be learning as well.
That is, I know, right? As a music fan, you start to learn. Often it's just like if the band had, I know the Police wouldn't have been where they were if Stuart Copeland's brother Miles didn't know how to manage a band. Like, there was always a business person that let the creatives focus on the creative. And then Brian Epstein with the Beatles, right? Like, he was their manager. He took care of the business and they could trust him. When he died, everything fell apart.
Good God, man.
You know, yeah, so the business chews people up and spits them out. And every once in a while, there's somebody good who protects the artist.
Yeah.
Heck, like you just mentioned, your manager who helped get the masters back. Like,
yep.
It's critical.
Otherwise, we'd probably still be there. You know.
I gotta admit, when you talk about screenwriters and stuff, I've been around indie film and film for like 40-something years now. And it is so rare where someone has the creative side and the business side together. Like
Right.
There's that person who can go into a room and somehow convince people to fund a movie. Like, they just sell an idea. And then there's people with good ideas who can't sell them at all. And that hack, you know, I honestly often joke like it's the used car salesman gene. Like, some people can sell a used car to someone, but it's rarely the person who has a great idea, you know, because that person has integrity.
Yeah, that person has integrity, but they don't have a conviction or the hustle conviction.
Yeah, you need a balance.
But you need a balance. So, you know, I know it's something, man. You gotta learn how to do both. Well, I've definitely learn how to do a lot of multitasking nowadays.
Right, yeah, because you started off as a young artist.
Not only do I know how to play my instruments, but I know how to record them now.
Yeah.
I ain't got to wait on no engineer to put my shit together because I know how to work Logic and Final Cut Pro. I don't have to wait or pay anybody to do that shit, or at least up to a certain point.
Yeah, you don't have to. Man, yeah. Technology has really helped, huh?
You can put a whole studio in your backpack now.
Yeah. It is pretty amazing.
My whole studio right in there. They can put a whole studio into my backpack.
I know, right? Like, heck, I can do this podcast.
I can do this.
And I can throw this, and then we throw this into a website, and it ends up on like phones all around the world. And I'm like, just lucky to live at this time, I guess, because it was funny. Like a month or two ago, I looked at our numbers, and like someone in Singapore binged like 200 episodes in a row in like a month. And I was like, how come I have a fan in Singapore? I don't even understand. Right? But it's like that's how the world is now. Like we're borderless, and you can get direct to people.
Yeah. Yep.
There you go.
Everything has sped up for sure with the internet.
Yeah. Well, good and bad.
Good and bad, yeah, because, you know, with the internet, it shows you everything. So now we live in an age of abbreviation. where you say LOL instead of laugh out loud.
It's true. Oh man, I try to follow what the college kid said. You know, her goal in life is to say things that we don't understand, right? So.
Oh, the kids when they go to college.
Yeah. I'm like, but yeah.
You'd be like, after a while, like, okay, I'll understand it later, you know. But some of the basic things, a lot of our generation, some of the basic things, man, they don't know how to do yet because they are born in this age of abbreviation where all they got to do is press a page and all the information will come up. And not only that, you can press a button where you can have the dictating part, dictate all the words in the letter and just read it right to you.
Yeah. Tons of automation.
We're there. Some of it, you don't even have to play no real instruments, man. You can just press a button. You can tell AI what kind of music you want and feed it some lyrics and put them lyrics in there, and it'll come out with a song. Come out with a good song. But you can always tell if you know what to listen for. It's almost like knowing what to listen for in between listening to an MP3 or a wave. It's a small difference, but it's there. Maybe some of the metallicness in the sounds, or maybe there's no imperfection in the music. You can feel when something is put together by AI because there's no imperfection. Even some of the parts that are meant to be imperfect, they still sound too polished.
Interesting. Yeah, I gotta admit, I haven't heard much of the AI music, but I keep hearing about it. And I keep hearing that, like, now people go on Spotify, which I don't have I don't even have Spotify. But I hear that, like, you go on Spotify now, and if you ask for, like, dance music, it pushes AI music that they own on you, so they don't even have to pay any artist anymore. And I'm like, well, that's the end of music. But I don't think human beings will ever allow the end of music. You know, but I think music is intrinsic to human beings. I think we've used it for hundreds of thousands of years to communicate what we need to communicate.
Yeah.
So there'll be a backlash.
Yeah.
People will go back for the organic stuff.
Yeah, because I don't think that the universe would let that happen to us as human beings, to where we would just have a whole important part of our culture wiped out for the sake of advancement of the robot race or AI. Because people like real music, man.
They do.
People like real music made by real people.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Well, maybe the statement, people like real music made by real people, is that a good, nice little button?
Yeah,
closing point?
Button. Real music made by real people.
That's right. And all right, well, if you send me more links, believe me, anything you want in the show notes, clickable links.
Okay.
Well, there's no limit to it, right? That's one of the great things. So, I mean, I got the YouTube, I got Optimistic Yes,
yeah,
and anything else, any side project, anything you want.
Oh, dude.
Just send me the link afterwards. But I'll wrap us up by thanking you, Angelo Moore. Thank you for being here. Oh, yeah.
And I got this single called "You're Under Attack" by Constantine and the Keynotes and Professor Shorthair out of New Orleans, and Constantine is out of Topanga, and it's just, and I got a karaoke video for it too, and it's called "Under Attack" because we are. And I got my karaoke video on YouTube too, man. So Joe Horn put all that together. I know can't nobody see this right now, but
they can't see it. Yeah, I know. I'm old-fashioned. People are like, shouldn't you have cameras at your podcast? And I'm like, I started this thing 9 years ago. We didn't have cameras.
Right. Yeah. I had cameras up around my place because I was doing a lot of recording during the quarantine. I had a TV show during the quarantine called A Mirror of What, where I would talk about my favorite videos. And then I talk about my videos and the other people's videos and shit like that. And I had that going on. Cameras, I face one camera and I turn to facing the other one. I got another camera in the music room. I got another one in the art room. Just got to build back up to it again.
Nice, excellent. Well, hey, I'll do the outro. I'll get out of here because
I know. Holy shit! It's
no
3
lie. I
o'clock.
feel like we could chat all day.
Oh yeah.
But sadly, I got to wrap this up at some point.
It
So
is
I'm just
wi-
gonna.
man, it's quite
We'll
all
just
right.
choose now because we close on real music made by real people matters.
Yeah.
Just like real films, real art made by real people.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Like this one guy said to me, Angelo, your music sounds like somebody took the paintbrush with real horse hair, put it in the paint, and then do the line like that. It's supposed to like a digitally drawn line. And so there's real film like that too. I know a lot of us have forgotten about that real film thing, man, that I know I grew up on.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to sound like I'm bragging again about how cool I am, but that's why every year my New Year's resolution is to go to 5 live plays. Because I can go years without seeing a live play, but when you go, so I've gone to 2 so far this year, but like a friend was in one and I went to support him. And then the funny thing is there was another person I knew who was in the cast, but like when human beings are on stage acting for you in person in a play, purely or right, it's just the real thing.
Yeah, it's the real thing.
And I love cinema, but like you're saying, like film can get artificial real fast if you're not careful.
Not careful. So
But
the real plays.
A real play, here just like real music performed by musicians who aren't playing pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah, and you know, when our generation gets lackadaisical by just looking at the show on their phone, that's when you got to send them to the concert and get the real pushing of wind and lights.
That's why I give myself this like rule every year to go see live music 5 times. It's 5 museums, 5 live music shows. I don't say concerts because like I tend to go to smaller clubs, and concert kind of implies an arena,
Right.
and 5 live plays because I'm like everybody else. I could go like 2 years. I just stay home and watch whatever's on some streaming channel at night, and like that's not living. That's not experiencing life and art and what other human beings are making. So I'm hope. And I know I'm not the only one. Because I meet people at the film festivals who go, "Thank you for doing this." Because I'm just here to serve the young generation of creatives and get their work in front of audiences.
Yeah, and that's good, man.
It's
Make them feel like they're somebody.
gives me they deserve it.
Especially in a town where it's extra competitive here in LA. Extra competitive, man. Hollywood right around the corner. Oh man, that's all the competition you could ever not want to have.
I know. The funny thing is, I talk shit about Hollywood because generally, I find almost everything that comes out of it uninteresting. And then, like, I realize, this 23-year-old I'm talking to, their goal is to make it in Hollywood. Like I'm old and jaded.
Right, so then you got to find out what side they're coming from.
Yeah, man, here I am going, well, I love what you're doing. It's so blah, blah, blah. It's not like that crap out of and then the kid goes, well, my goal in life is to direct a Mission Impossible movie. And I'm like, oh yeah, I just insulted your dreams. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but think about, because I mean, I could do a lot of dream insulting, but you know what I got to do is what I find myself doing a lot is like, even though I might not be moved by a lot of the new shit, I gotta put myself in the position of where I can see why they like it. Because it's always something to like. It just ain't used to, you're not used to being exposed to it or liking it. Because sometimes we become complacent in enjoying what we're used to, what we've grown up on. You know, so when I listen to a lot of the stuff today, I'm like, okay, well, let me see. Once my head starts going back and forth, and I'm like, yo, okay. If my head starts nodding and my foot is tapping or whatever, that's a sign right there. That's a sign that the frequencies are getting to me.
Right? I remember a dear friend of mine who we lost to COVID, but I'm going to quote him now. One of my best friends of all time, David, before he passed, I remember some new band came out. I forget. I can't name the band, but they had like a hit. And I was like kind of like talking shit about it a little. And he said, wait a minute. If you were in high school and this was the first guitar rock band you heard, you wouldn't be comparing it to
anybody else.
All the guitar rock. Like you're saying, you know, you're like, I was saying like, you know, I forget, you know, I think actually, God, I think this might have been the Strokes or something. Wow, that was the Strokes are like 20 years. Yeah, they're great, right? But when they first came out, I'm like, you know, they're a little redundant. I'm not sure I'm into them. He's like, if we were still young and this was the first, if you didn't have the Beatles and Zeppelin and the Who and all this stuff in your head, you would think this guitar band kicked ass. And I'm like, you're totally right.
Right. If you didn't have access to them other bands first.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like you don't want to let nostalgia close your mind.
Exactly. And sometimes I got a little bit of that, you know.
We can't help it. I mean,
yeah. Especially if the shit that you're hearing now doesn't top the excellence of what you grew up on, or you know that is like this is shaping your view of music or how you are as a musician. What can top that? If I hear some music that tops that, I'll be like, oh, okay, let me just listen to this. I want to listen to it again and see what it is. You know, otherwise.
But yeah, we got this fragmented world now, right? Like, I don't even know who a big guitar. I couldn't name a rock band. I know all these pop stars I hear about, you know. But although I got to admit, I got to give credit to one thing. This is ridiculous of me, but I'm talking to one of my favorite musicians, so I'm gonna.
Okay.
Our daughter got really into Harry Styles, and I think on his first record, a guy delivered pizza to the studio who was like had a friend there, and he played guitar, and they brought him in. This guy ripped on the guitar. There are a couple songs on that Harry Styles album where the kid would play it. We'd be like, actually during COVID, we doing a jigsaw puzzle during COVID. Listen to Harry Styles, I'd be like, that is a kick-ass guitar song right there. Oh. And it was hiding on a Harry Styles record.
Harry Styles.
And this guy could play. And he got the job because the guy playing guitar on the album sucked, and they fired him. And then this guy delivered a pizza, and they said, you can play? Let's see what you can do.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that an amazing story?
Now I got to look up Harry Styles.
I believe the song is Kiwi, the one I liked. I'm not saying, you know, but I was kind of happy. That was a fun moment for me to look at the kid and go, man, that guy's playing really good guitar. And she's like, Harry Styles is beautiful. He was just into it. All right, well, hey, I will do the closeout, which is, first of all, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Angelo, for being here. If you're listening to this, just click the links in the show notes. Go to Angelo's work, check it out. And if you want to learn more about this podcast, you go to discoverindiefilm.com. That's the website. On social media, it's always at DIFwins. Now, if you go to discoverindiefilm.org, that is the nonprofit that runs the two film festivals I talk about, Sherman Oaks Film Festival and Film Invasion in Los Angeles. Go to discoverindiefilm.org and you'll learn all about those festivals. As well as they got a little cousin was born this year in Lima, Peru. We launched Film Invasion Lima down in Peru, which went really well and everyone had a great time. So we're doing it again next year. So that's my shit. And thank you again, Angelo Moore.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it, man.
It was an honor to meet you. It was an honor to have this conversation.
Yeah, it's good.
And thank you for everything you've done. You know?
Thank you, man. I'm gonna keep on doing it.
You keep on doing it.
God permit.
And I'm proud that your fans support you. I gotta say, I'm bringing it up again, but I was so proud when I saw that Kickstarter go way over the target. Like people saw you were over the target, and they kept saying, "I want a copy of this," right? Because they're getting a copy of the record. I just thought that was like the world being the way it should be.
Yeah, and well, that's good, man. People are supporting what they believe in, man.
Right?
You know, now we're waiting for the people, power for the people to make an adjustment to the administration this day.
Oh.
That's what we need.
Oh man.
We need power to the people on that level too.
I'm about to hit stop, and I'm going to tell you about a friend of mine who's been on this. It's funny. I got a friend who's based in Atlanta who every time he's out in LA, he comes over and hops on the podcast, and we talk politics for like 2 hours.
Right.
And I'll tell you all about that after I hit stop. All right. Okay. Thank you, Angelo.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.